Let's just make sure I'm live. Theoretically. Ow. My jaw hurts. Good morning, everyone. All right. So we're in Dr. Demento's house. This is their Velothi. It appears to me that there is a name to it also. Let's see. Was the last one I went to? Why is it alphabetical? It should be whatever. It's Dr. Demento. Shingeki's Narcissus Home. So we're gonna give that a shot. Good morning. I don't know this person, so it's a true random. I may know them actually, because they posted a whole bunch of houses at once. It's possible that they were a changed name. Full 400 out of 400. No effects. Lots of full kitchen. Feels like a home. One of those domestic type homes that contain everything someone needs for a regular house. Hello, Corundum. Although there is some magic going on down here. I like the cubbies. Stuff in the cubbies. Magical books. Incense. Definitely magic-y stuff going on. So a magical basement lab. And then bedrooms. More than one person lives here. Nice clutter. Oh, let me start the contest. Thank you. It's Cadwell's, which I think is cute. I have a silly streak a mile wide. And a nice pretty garden. All right, what's next? Dritz St. Delans. We talk about the contests. Today is the 28th, which means tomorrow's the pathing contest is due for J-Heart, which I have not entered. Didn't have any ideas for it, honestly. Here we go. Good morning. So those are the ongoing contests right now. I was going to try to do a, one of the Housing's Finest smaller factory size house, but didn't do it in time, and now really can't do it in time if I was going to. So we've got a lovely little romantic home. It's like a little spot for trysts. Very nice, Frizz. Ow, jaw. Sorry, folks, I slept on my jaw. Funny. Don't ask me how that happens. But it does. What should I dig out? A map. So I've been reading some people in guild chats making fun of those of us who do the scrying portion, saying it's unnecessary, that you can just go where all the other people are and dig it up. While that may be true, there's not always people this early in the morning always there. So it's best for me to just play the stupid game and get it over with, right? I don't see a problem with that. But yeah, some people are really critical. Just want people to be happy and not pick on each other. And so we shall go dig things up. Shall we? We shall. Because I need wood too, so I'm going to be going digging up some wood. Also, Aetherius has a new contest out. It's Time Machine. And it's due November 29th, so you got plenty of time on that one. That's PCEU. Don't know if that's your thing or not, if you want to work on that. I certainly don't know. The one I might work on next is actually... There's also a maze one, but I don't think I'm going to do that. There are some updates for next month for DDA. All of November is currently up in the Discord if you want to look at what they have going on for November. If I remember correctly, it's like lights and Thanksgiving. So what you're thankful for, and then like chandeliers, essentially, things like that. I haven't ever made a chandelier, so I'm not sure if I would. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Good morning. If I were to do something I was thankful for, I might finally get to and work on my my tower to Grant, my kitty who passed. But I'm still kind of stuck. I don't get it. I don't get why I get this stuck all the time. Very strange. Alright, next. We'll go get the map. And then we'll look at another house. Oh. I use map pins. Or are you talking about the antiquing? Digging. Which are you talking about for the antiquing? Because what I'm doing now or versus going to pick up the wood? If you're talking about the X marks the spot, that doesn't glow. It just shows a big old X. See this X? Alchemist Survey Vardenfell. Yeah, it's an add-on. It's called map pins. And it will show you, it'll highlight with an X where your surveys are. Same for treasure maps. It will show you where the treasure map is too. So it's pretty cool. It's, to me, I think, really necessary. Alright. Another one? You mean what, the little X over it? Over that? Oh, you mean highlighted. Yeah, that's, go into crafting. And you see Steel Alchemy. Keen Eye. You just put a point in Keen Eye. I know. But I'm doing, I'm also doing digging, Corundum. So I'm essentially trying to do my surveys, do digging for the event. Look at houses. Oh, combined at once. Oh, you're most welcome. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I have a lot of add-ons, so it's a perfectly reasonable question because sometimes it takes a few to narrow down what you meant, but that's not your fault. That's just because I have a lot of add-ons. It is my thing. Ah, I moved my mouse. Too many add-ons. There we go. Now we'll look at another house. Okay, I'll see you later. What's next? Next, we look at Everellia's Black Autumn Market Earth Tear. You actually get a face today and not just a potato. I think, if I have the right camera up. Yeah. I finally was able to get into my makeup room that my cat peed in. Oh, wow. Everellia, this is quite complex. I like it. All right, Black Autumn Market. Oh, 68%, huh? Well, we're all doing our part, right? I know I am. Good Morgan. I mean, you guys can see I'm digging. Digging, digging, digging. I never know which way to go first in this house because there's so many different options usually. Interesting. I like that she went to the trouble of putting these in the poles so it doesn't look they're just like the stairs are hovering, but that's only if you have the item space. Otherwise it can be really a difficult to know what to do, right? Wait, what is this? Interesting. I wonder what that's meant to be. Maybe I'm missing effects. Although I didn't think she did effects. Okay. I see lots of pretty things going on. We've got a library. Oh, you see that thing glowing through? That's a marker. You can turn those on and off, but it shows you where the alchemy thing is. I kind of like it, but I don't think it's good for viewing. It's better for visiting on your own. But if you're viewing it with other people, you should probably turn it off because, well, not that many of you are streamers, but. Oh, thank you. I was gonna say, who is Chart? I honestly thought you meant Chart. Gotcha. Oh, look at this nice little sitting area. 2 of them. Good morning. Good morning. Very crystalline area. I want to believe that guy's the shopkeeper. The little rolly ball guy. Hellos. And I'm not really sure what this section is, because, I mean, I get the bird. Maybe textiles? Yeah, this could be textiles. This is like a dressing room. Oh, a dress! Oh, cute. I do like markets. They're much like towns. I like both. So this would be a gallery section or an art collection type deal. Uh-oh, break them out. Free them! Or not, you know, whatever works for you. Alchemy. And boxes, treasure boxes, and treasure. Little spot to eat. Here's the cafeteria. I do like that. Look at the way that the light hits the curve. That is a really nice cobble. Just a freestanding cobble. It's very nice. I like it. It's a good idea. Elegant and simple. By simple, I don't mean simple to think of. I mean elegantly simple, using the same item over and over. There's no nice way to say that. I wasn't trying to be rude, though. Not overly complex. How's that? Not over complex. Nope, still sounds rude. So people giving a tour, maybe? Or a sermon or something in front of the water? Not sure. Oh, I like a raised section here. Oh, a bedroom all the way back here. What's in the sneaky sneaky? Another bedroom. Cute. The water looks different, doesn't it? Doesn't it look a little murkier than usual? Maybe I'm on crack. I don't remember it being this pale blue. I think I saw it all. Very creative. I love towns. It's always nice to see how people present towns. Especially what's the theme? Like, does it feel like a bohemian kind of Elsewherian thing, or does it feel different than that? It's hard to say. All right. Well, yeah, sure. Of course. Why are you showing me? Oh, because that's what's available. Watch your stole. There we go. Although, I'd be honest, I spend most of my time inside anyway. I don't go out much. Well, people still have to go shopping for food, at least. It's not like they have much choice on that part, but I don't. My husband goes instead of me. Mainly because we can't stand the way that the other person packs and shops. I would kill him and he would kill me. So pretty much it just works out that we don't do it. Let's start over here. But I'm highly susceptible to getting this because I'm on 2 immunosuppressants. So I really am not in any kind of mood to get, I don't want to risk it, you know? So it works out just fine. He goes and does his thing and gets to spend his time. I like to be in and out, get the thing I need and leave. He's much more casual about it than me. I have no patience. Mainly because I hate other people. So being around other people sucks. So I want to make it fast and get out. That is not how he operates. We're just different. Oh yeah, doesn't it? Mine too. I'm total hermit. And I gotta be honest with you, it does more, it feels legitimate now. Like, it's okay to be this way. It's not something to make fun of. I don't know if that'll last, but at least it seems like, oh, it's justified if you don't go out now because you don't want to get sick. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't like going out because I generally don't like people. So when COVID goes away, if it ever goes away, will that still be okay? I don't know. I do miss visiting my parents in New York, but that's about it. I probably would have done that in the last year if it hadn't been for COVID and me being me. I would have to be quarantined in order to go even see my parents in New York now because Wisconsin is on the verge of an outbreak and New York smartly put in some quarantining orders for Wisconsiners coming to New York. Although, interestingly, I don't know how, the last I checked, there weren't any deaths in my county. There's a lot of people who have it, but no deaths. So I'm not sure if that's wrong, like if I haven't checked in a while. But who the hell knows, right? Not me. There's just enough people who aren't serious about being careful that, you know, and a lot of people who are anti-maskers who I'm like, yeah, you're gonna kill me. How about you not do that? Because 2 immunosuppressants. So I'm staying inside so you can't kill me. Just a thought. I should go look at another house. I know. I'm being bad. Shouldn't just farm. Alright, let's go look at another house. Alright. Farrier. Rimmon Inn. Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl! Leaving California when I lived there for 12 years was very difficult. I was very self-sufficient and I went out and did things. I didn't ever party, but I got my, you know, I did a lot of things. Work things and shopping, did all the shopping and did all that kind of stuff. But look at this cute little spot. Oh, that's clever. Putting that antiquity inside here makes it look like it's... Oh, that's neat. I'm not sure what it... can't think of it, but it's very pretty. I don't know. I miss it sometimes, but what you gonna do? As I've gotten sicker, I've become less capable of doing all those things myself. It's hard being this age and already seeing yourself like deteriorating like a 70-year-old, you know? It's hard to wake up in the morning and be in so much pain that you know you can't really do much that day. Sucks. Sucks! But I know a lot of you are chronically ill, so I'm only preaching to the choir here, right? Oh, it's all right. It's all right. I'm used to it. Plus, I get a lot of benefits out of it. I have a little more rest and ability to rest than if I were working full-time or whatnot. So there's that at least. Plus, being a lawyer is a stressful thing. It was not fun. I don't really miss that aspect of it. People are not nice. All right, let's see. Ah, splash. Dead. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Are you guys still digging? Or are you doing other things? This is so true, Doobat. By the way, Doobat, where you been? Nice to see you. Good morning, everyone. Sixaleric et al. I hate when I get turned around while I'm digging. I'm in an antiquity site. Why are you lying? Bloop. Yeah, I'm doing surveys along with, plus looking at houses, of course. I actually don't have trouble with my schedule, believe it or not. I know that's strange, but it's the truth. Like, I oddly enough am okay with... Whoops. What am I doing? There we go. Hello. Oh my god. Why? Is he trying to hold it in? My husband just said that the cat peed on him. See, what's going on is the little one, the new cat, doesn't want him to be allowed to go down the basement and do his business. So she's been guarding the top of the stairs. Yeah. So he's been afraid to go down there. He peed once in the wrong room upstairs. So we've been trying to stop her from doing that, but I don't know. That's a new one. You're gonna have to ask the vet today.
When I said earlier he was acting strange, that's what he was doing, and then I moved around and like, why does it feel wet?
Because he's scared to go downstairs, because the other cat's scaring him. We should bring the box up here for now. Poor guy. And by poor guy, I mean my husband, not the cat. All right, Inkama. Let's do Moon Sugar. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I just yelled at my husband. I said we should bring his own. Here's the problem. He's 14. The little one is 3. She terrorizes him because she wants to play with him. She attacks him when he's eating. She guards the going downstairs to the bathroom. She just basically makes him cry hysterically. It's very sad. So we can't give her back. I mean, that wouldn't be right. So we're just trying to train her not to do that. And unfortunately, oh, the stables. Okay, it's another little town. Unfortunately, it's not really been working. So he went and peed somewhere he shouldn't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So crafting rooms. Then we've got lots of big houses today. People have been working in large size. Creating a room. Oh, how pretty. I actually really like that. That looks gorgeous like that. I like the wall. I don't know. I wish I had an answer for what to do about this stuff, but I have nothing. I am at a loss about what to do about Kitty Cat. Yeah, it definitely is. I think I got the whole thing, but I'm not positive. That's a lot of items, though, don't you think? For the metal part of the roof. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful texture, but you use up a lot of item slots for that. Excuse me. It is. That somebody built a house. We're going back to it in a moment. I just wanted to check to see. Yeah, the plates are cheap. But if you wanted to keep going, look, they've got two roofs done with that way. There's nothing wrong with, I mean, clearly they have extra space left over, but they probably, and there's nothing wrong with it because it's gorgeous. You know? Very beautiful. Definitely makes it stand out, but in terms of the item limit, if you were worried about your item limit, say you wanted to put more clutter or whatever down, that might run into a problem. But otherwise, you're fine. Good morning, little kitten. wonder if that was the goal. Like, what if that was the idea, you wanted to get a house like that, right? You decided ahead of time that what you really wanted to do is make a beautiful roof. Yeah, I'm giving away 50K today. Normally I give away a plan, but today is just a 50 grand. Good morning, everyone. I've seen it on a train. I haven't seen it on a house, if that makes any sense. I think Greek Vamp used that design on the top of his train in his Matissan, but I don't think I've ever seen it on a roof of a house, oddly enough. Ooh, maps. Just what I need. There were. I've been not 100% lately, so I realized I'm going through things kind of weekly, and I'm going to try to do it a little better, but I'm just going to let you know that wow, am I rubber banding back? For the moment, I'm having, I'm just not all here mentally, unfortunately. I wish I were, but I'm not, so I apologize. It's just, I don't feel 100%. My brain is having trouble connecting. You don't have to be here for it. As long as you're using your username, I can mail it to you. I think you use a different name, don't you? If you're in here, not here rather, I use my skills. I force lock. I have all of the skills up maxed in thievery. So you just force the lock, and most of the time it works. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'll write it down, and if you win, I'll mail it to you there. So you're good. You don't have to be here for it. You go off and do your thing, whatever that may be. You're cool. I understand people have places to be, things to do. Of course. Not a problem. Besides, any money I give to you guys hopefully would help make your lives happier, so that's the whole point, isn't it? Okay. Enjoy a food. A single food. That's all you're allowed. A food. Anything more than that, I will commandeer. I'm being a brat. Just ignore me. Where the hell is this one? I swear to God, this is annoying. What is wrong with me? Why can't I find this? Deeply irritating. Hello. Ah, found it. Sometimes I think it's not glowing when I first go by. Maybe it hasn't loaded the glow yet. There we go. I have not had enough coffee today, I'm telling you. Needs more coffee. Hey, babe. Done. How the hell did I just do that? I don't remember. I think I've got it, but it's not saying anything. I'm gonna call it and see. All right, good. Congratulations! Coffee. It's what life's all about, isn't it, though? All right, next. Ivory Crow, Prize Pinnacle. Sorry I'm not awake yet. I already got my tickets. I got the little Met Pet yesterday, too. I used up all 10 tickets after I got the Mountberry. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest if I go over 12. Because I'm certainly not buying more feathers because I don't want that crimson one. Ooh. Oh, my goodness, I like that. I picture the ancient Argonians arriving via spaceship. They're like the ancient Egyptians, but you know how some people think the ancient Egyptians were aliens? I want to say that the ancient Argonians were aliens. That cracks me up. Got 8 effects, one of which is Starry Night over here. I wonder if this does something if it's animated or something. Ooh. Interesting. Ooh. Very interesting. Oh, look at the giant monster guy. Robot. Huge mech. From your first Indrik, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of over the Indriks. I can't do it anymore. I have almost all of them. I do not have all of them though. And I'm not getting the crimson one, so. This is a science-y room. There's lots of mechanical stuff going on. Well, they did just add Forge Masters, right? Itchy nose! Pulling a dragon through. Gosh, why is my nose so itchy? I missed one. I can't remember which one it was that I missed. So I sort of already feel like, all right, well, I'm never going to complete this. So, clever doors. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's phenomenal. Ivory, by far, this is your most interesting build that I've seen. Check that out. Even check that out. Holy smokes, there's even more to look at. Nifty. Gotcha. Well, which berry? Do you have all the berries? If you tell me which berries they are, I probably could figure it out. So you got the spaceship interior with buttons and everything. Look at all this cobble work. This is fun. This whole fight scene is fun. I love the fact that they made them out of such curious materials. Like, you would think you'd have to use metal or some sort of other material, but it's actually fine using rock. I never would have thought that, but the rock actually looks really good. And that's the dragon. And I like the satellites up there. Right? Aren't they cool looking? It could be. It could be. I don't know enough about, I'll be honest, about Star Wars to tell you if this is a Star Wars scene or not. I mean, it could be. There's another one up there. So clever. And you could go down inside. Oh, well, if you get the 4 feathers, what you get is the Nascent Indrik, which is the grayish one. If you don't have berries, you can't dye it any color, so you'll get just the Nascent. You should be able, if you start, to collect the berries with the first crimson effect. Okay. Then you should have a crimson one eventually. That would probably be the next one that you would get. Yes, it is a cool build. I don't know if they're TIE fighters. I don't know if it's a scene from Star Wars or what, but they're definitely interesting looking. I feel like this is kind of, with the dragon, it feels like it's not. It seems to me almost like a different kind of thing, but I don't know. Because I don't know. But there wasn't any dragon fighting in Star Wars. Last I checked. I could be wrong. Interesting stuff going on, though. Who the heck knows, right? Very interesting. I wonder if they used, whatchamacallit? I wonder if they used magic carpet to build everything. I will be right back. But I was just glad that, you know, you had the bed cover on. Okay. Maybe they combine both stories? Who knows? I was, thinking about it. When I walked out there, my husband mentioned that he mentioned that the pee barrier we bought worked. You know how they sell those things for kids that wet their beds? It's basically like a rubber. Hi! A rubber, like a sheet that goes underneath your bedding. So that's a thing. And hold on, I'm gonna do some shout outs here. And we bought one because my boy Grant was, when he was dying, had some pee problems. He didn't always pee where he should have. So this actually worked out. We still had that rubber sheet underneath the bed sheet. So when he peed on my husband, it worked out for once. It wasn't too bad. Ow, everything hurts. Mattress cover, thank you. I told you guys, not enough coffee yet. I need to finish more coffee and then I'll start making sense. Theoretically. I swear I'll make sense. I swear. Not really. Part of the problem too is I'm in a lot of pain. I just took another pain med. Hopefully, if the pain starts ebbing, I'll start making more sense. It's hard to focus on anything when you're in pain, you know? You tend to not do it. Unfortunately, I tend to get distracted when I'm in pain. It's like I'll start a thought and I can't finish it because of how much I hurt. So that sucks. Oh my gosh, I remember that, Loa. That was many moons ago. That was like, wasn't that like 20 years ago? Or something? I think I played that with my husband. My ex-husband, I mean. Yeah, but don't you guys want me to have to kind of finish like sensible sentences? Like actually make sense? I kind of think that I owe you as much as that to try to make logical sense when I'm speaking. Oyster shell what? Draw knife. I don't know what a draw knife is. So, yeah, I want to make sense for you guys. It's a thing I want to do. I remember that game. That was an interesting game. They made some real missteps with it, and then they finally took it offline, didn't they? I think they removed it. Oh, a bear. Hello, bear. Oh yeah. Good morning, Maldorin. Yeah, I was like a master dancer at one point, and then I started doing all of the careers because you never knew which one was the one that was going to make you a something. I forget the name of it. Enchanted Shutterbug. I seem to remember that. You never knew which profession was going to make you a Jedi. Oh, you can. You know? That probably doesn't suck. I should ask my ex-husband if he still has it. Get a copy from him. Look at how pretty. Oh, this is lovely, Shutterbug. It was, you're all as old as me. I love the fact that you're all my age and that I don't have to feel bad about remembering games that ended decades ago. So look at this layering. And they still have 2 slots left. Look how full and beautiful this is. And it's still got 2 slots. This reminds me of my Kragenholm. It's got everything. It's got movement, it's got water, it's got pets, it's got glowies, it's got butterfly bushes, it's got jewelry. I mean, it's got everything. This is amazing. Yeah, I mean, whenever I mention SWG, like people always think that I'm talking about SWTOR, and I'm not, because I played that for like a minute and half a minute, and it wasn't very good. But SWG was fun. My ex-husband played. I keep calling him my husband because at the time he was my husband. My ex-husband played EverQuest, and I used to watch, but I never used to play it. Those were good games. Let's get a Nedic wineskin, shall we? I remember Ultima Underworld quite well. The reason why I remember Ultima Underworld quite well is because I was still young. And I played that game, and I was right near the end, or at least what I thought was the end. And I couldn't proceed any further because I had thrown away a little piece of string that you found at some point because I couldn't see any use for it. I'd thrown it away. And turns out you needed that thread in order to make the lava boots. And in order to finish the game, you needed to go over lava. There was no way to finish the game without it. So I gave up on that game. I was so mad. I got so far into it, and then I couldn't finish it because I'd thrown away that string. And I couldn't believe something so insignificant as a piece of string was that unique that you couldn't continue the game if you lost it. And it made me so mad. So when people today complain about games, quests and stuff, people don't remember like exactly what it was like to have actual consequences in games that would screw you for something so insignificant as a piece of string. I mean, in games today, you'd have another place where you could go buy another piece of string. Oh, I do now, because games aren't like that anymore. But they used to be. They used to suck. Yeah. And when I ran a MUD, what was amusing to me is that, you know, we'd have, what cracked me up was we'd have problems in an, I don't remember, Ultima Underworld? I can't remember what it was. It was probably my first graphical RPG. I had played all the Zorks and several other games like that, but that was probably my first. Oh, that would be a reason why. So, what was I saying? So I played a MUD, and we used to have server troubles. Like, there would be problems when the server was down. And there would be sometimes where we'd be down a whole day. And I think the worst one ever was when we were down for 3 days. And now people are like complaining about, you know, if you're down for a couple of minutes, people complain, which they should, but you get like appreciative, I think, if you're older and you've played through games like that. And then the other one that gets me and cracks me up is the wait times for BGs and all that. Do you guys remember playing Vanilla WoW or one of the other WoWs when they first put in like BGs and stuff like that? Or even waiting for your roll to come up in a random? Oh my god, there were times where DPS had to wait for several hours. Literally hours. People today they're like, oh my god, something's wrong, something's bugged, I've had to wait for half an hour. Like, that happens sometimes because you're basically, you know, waiting to find two people who want to do all the work. You know? I kid. I know DPS work, but you get the idea. Sometimes being a healer and a tank is like a job, and it isn't fun. It is not a fun job. Of course, you're right, Bae, but at the same time, I think I've accepted, I have a larger acceptance for downtime. I have a larger acceptance for a lot of things because I've lived through stuff that was far more sucky than this. Hey, I played text games. I get you. No, there were. I mean, all I'm saying is that people used to have to wait a really long time for it. That's all I'm saying. Not that it's acceptable now, but that it was definitely more common then to wait a really long time. I'm sure they fixed that since I've left the game. Absolutely sucks. Yes, you're right. Not disagreeing with you. But I'm talking about people who just complained about the wait time. You know what I mean? Yes, there were mods like that too. Permadeath, they used to call it. Or, remember corpse runs? Where you had to go back and get your corpse? And then sometimes you were just like, fuck it, and you basically death run, which is, you would run until you got killed, and then you'd keep going, and you'd leave this string of corpses behind you until you finally got to where your corpse was. Or if you were in a really bad place, you'd have to ask like an imp or an immortal to help you get your corpse back. Because you were like in an impossible place to get out of. That was a time. Quite a time. Yeah. Nope. Not like that. Much better, happily. Hello. Well, I met my first husband on a text-based game, a MUD. And then I met my current husband on the same MUD. So that was sort of like the MUD that got a lot of people together. We have friends who are still married who met each other on that MUD. I don't know why, but we all had really a lot of people we found relationship-wise for that. It was very odd. Alright, we'll go over EU after I dig this up. I don't know, I guess I just am more, sometimes I feel like I might be more appreciative. Hello! Mr. Do Guy, sir. Yeah, you're going way back there, Loa. Barren Realms. Mine was a merc. Okay. Yeah, but Ula, I lived in an area where gamers were not a thing. There weren't any nerds or geeks that I knew of in the area. It was just not conducive. It was like, Long Island, it's all about jocks and all sorts of stuff. There weren't, I didn't have a group that I could fall into and just be friends with, right? I had to find them. And to find them, I had to look up outside of Long Island, unfortunately. It was really hard for me to meet people that I had anything in common with because I was such a weirdo. Yeah. And then, I mean, maybe now there are, but even my niece and nephews aren't like that. I kind of wish they were a little different. Um, Maybe if there were one that was more thoughtful or geeky or nerdy or whatever, but they're really not. They're like every other kind of kid I've met on the island, unfortunately. Yeah, when you're not made to fit in like some, it's hard to explain. Valkenheim, Alakina, Hollow Lunar Champion. That's what I do, Corundum. I mean, let me give you an example. My ex-husband actually was from Long Island, different part, but we met on the mud. And his mother incessantly mocked him, incessantly, for being on the computer. She wanted him to go out and go drinking and have a good time and meet people that way. She did not want him in computers. She felt that that was nerdy and it wasn't going to help him in the long run and it was a bad idea, blah, 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 blah. And that's the kind of parenting that we saw in the area. So anybody who was different, like me, would have been mocked horribly. And I was. Oh, gorgeous. Alakina. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Look at those. Those are stunning. Gorgeous. Well, they do. But she still doesn't approve of the fact that he went into that as a living. Look at the doorway with the curves around it. Oh, how beautiful. Oh my God. This whole house, just stunning. Yeah. Oh, and they're all slightly different. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Look at that. They're all like, oh, wow. Alakina, this is something else. Truly beautiful. Somebody has just like a good eye for this. This all seems so Nordic to me. I never would have thought of these. Beautiful, beautiful. It's just, this is so good. Oh, wow. Anyway, my ex-husband ended up going into, for a living, he ended up going into computer stuff. And, oh, stop, Ula. We're all gonna grow somehow. Oh, look at that. What a gorgeous use of the wings behind that. I'm gonna steal that idea. I'm gonna use those wings. Well, if that were the case, I would have quit the first time I saw Chrysaeus or Swankeries or anybody else who's consistently amazing. You gotta keep going. You don't always have to be the best, and even, you know, it's not really. It's hard to explain. I find great things in even small houses sometimes. Hey, Cemeteries, you're just being too hard on yourself. This stuff is stunning. Or stab it with a blunt potato. Yeah, and my husband, my ex-husband is very successful too. He works for a company and that goes all over the world, and he travels to Israel and you know, all sorts of places. Atelier de Mimosas. That was stunning. That's adorable. Come on. There it is. So a little crafting room with gaming. And we've got Fazez and Ozabi playing games. You know, the way that I look at it, that helps me get past that feeling, is would I tell someone who built a house like this, right? Which is a lovely home. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's certainly no, you know, house like we just saw. It's completely different. Would I tell this person to give up and not build anymore? Would I tell them that this isn't any good and that there's nothing to it and they should never build again? Of course not. It is good. It has its own place. It's a different kind of build. It's a cozy, warm, tells a little story, has a little events going on. It's got crafting stuff in here. There's plenty of good things to say about this. I certainly wouldn't tell them to stop building just because they didn't make something on that level. So if you wouldn't tell anybody else that, don't tell yourself that. Don't be so mean to you. Be nice to you. Think of yourself as if you're somebody else and what you would say to that person. Your stuff is very unique. It's got a lot going for it, Chinspun Tavern. You've got some incredible cobbles. And sometimes I look at your stuff and I think I could never do that. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. Art is art. You do it for art's sake, not to be the best. It isn't about being the best. Oh, thank you. Yes. I'm just saying. Oh, goodness, another one. This is, Serenity? I think. Beautiful. Chinspun's so talented. I just think... Thank you for the follow. We just need to... Well, it's the truth. You know, we gotta be nice to ourselves. Art is something that we all benefit from. And I think that person did a lovely job. And so did the person before. Oh, look at that. You know, not everything has to be that ambitious. Oh, you were, and I was so thankful for that, because every time you do that, that means one less person I have to help. Thank you, though. I joke. I don't mind helping. This is lovely. I'm trying to think of what it thinks me of. Oh, stop. You're starting to sound like my sister who says that she's useless and all she's ever good for is having her children. And I'm like, shut up. You have a master's degree in business. Right? I mean, or if any other artist. I mean, let's be honest. Picasso? I mean, apples to oranges, but don't you think Picasso isn't as good as Van Gogh? I mean, who is as good as Van Gogh? And Van Gogh was a fucking failure at the time. So would we deprive the world of the Picassos? Would we deprive the world of the other great artists, Monets, just because the Van Goghs are the best? I mean, no. Monet has value. Picasso has value. Van Gogh has value. It's totally gorgeous. We had Chinspun in our channel the other day, and they were saying that they like to work without using the house itself. And I think that's brilliant, because it's just gorgeous when they create what they create. And look at it's not just the house, which is stunning, of course, but look at the mountainside. Look at how they decorated the mountainside. Oh my god, you found the one loophole in what I said, Ula. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Ah! Exactly, we've all got personal tastes, sure. And some people probably like Monet better than Van Gogh, you know? You just ask. Usually a male, or in Discord, or in Twitch, or in whatever you want. Stunning. I really like Chinspun's style. And if you're on PC EU right now, I could go see it now, but I don't have it. I'm currently on EU. Beautiful. Generally, that is the way that it goes. Beautiful. Lovely. Chinspun, as again, always nice. Autumn's Gate, Dark Galaxy. Or I could punch you all. I kid, I'm not punching anybody. Let me get a new envelope. Okay. Alright, Lucid Illusions. NA. Or Lucid Delusions. Oh, only one D though. Lucid Illusions. NA. Morna. You are written down. I think so too. I never run out of things to say. You should. We've got, this is Autumn's Gate. So, and what's interesting is they've created a little cave in here. Is the bat caught in the web, do you think? I'm in everything. Feels like. I like Lucian. They do the potato theme, which is funny to me because I call myself the streaming potato. So I fit right in. So we've got a cozy interior with a nice kitchen. A bedroom. 95 out of 200. So we got room to grow in here. You could add more, but it's a great start. I like it very much. I also like the fact that you made a cave, because that's completely different from what most people have done in here. But it is a thing. There's nothing wrong with it. And it gives you this glowy area that you can see what's going on. I bet you can make that really spooky too in the future, if you wanted to. Alright, Destiny. Let's do Eleanor Crest Roof Gardens. Yeah, but it can eat it. Could go nom nom nom. Okay. Whoa. Is this empty? No, it's not empty. It's just about half full. Wonder if everything's outside. A lot of times, yeah, roof gardens. A lot of times people decide to put everything they've got outside in this house because not everyone likes the interior. Oh, we've got a telescope. What kind of... Is this like a display? It's like a spooky display. With bats and not scamps. What the hell is that called? A daedrat. And then we've got a glow garden with a Mahajmota. Nice little spot for sitting and playing games. And then we can go up in 2 spots. Here's a bathing area. So let's go up over here, and then we'll go up over there. Look at that flooring. Nice circle, makes it look so pretty. It's an expensive house, so that character is pretty asking for a lot. Oh, wow, it kept going up. Interesting. Oh, look at that. What a clever way to do that. I wonder if I can jump down here without dying. I did, but maybe it wasn't the smartest thing. Stabity, that character. Yes. Ah! I almost jumped off. Beautifully done, and I like that they reference the stars with that. Yeah, she's a Redguard. She's got that stupid thing on her face, though. Let's take off the... We'll set that one. Oh gosh, that looks horrible. I'm not a fan of any of these. That one's alright. Face markings, head markings. That's a decent one. I like her. I think she's pretty. I've always had a thing for Redguards. Beautiful. Sounds about right. Did we do an Autumn's Gate? I think we did. Yeah. We'll head back over to NA and do that one for Lucid. When did we get the Orchid Fall Veil Fawn, or did we already get it? I mean, when does it show up in our inventory? I don't know that they explained that. Oh, okay. Well, then you guys know things I didn't. I thought I was reading up on things. So the new mask apparently gives humans double chins. I have not yet tried it. I think I want it, so when we get on, I'll try on the mask and see if it gives me a double chin. It's probably easier for them because otherwise they have to like set up one of their little programs to give everybody something. And that usually takes a few days for it to finish. There we go. Okay. Load your boat. 399 out of, 400. Look at how lovely this is. Oh, you did a lot of things I like here. Oh, there's no pressure. I'm nice to everybody, don't feel bad. Seriously, I try to be nice to everyone. And I always have something good to say about everything. But this doesn't need me to think very hard because it's gorgeous. You used like this. Well, first of all, these lamps are one of my favorites. Yeah. And then they've got this beautiful, like, not only the ginkgo trees that drop petals, which is movement and serenity. You also used the gorgeous new trees that we got fairly. I guess it wasn't that recent anymore, but movement is always a big deal to me. So that's okay. No, I know. And the pumpkins here. What a nice little autumnal touch with the black cat too, right in the midst of something so serene and beautiful. You've got that little bit of edginess. More garden. You got the dough and wedding flowers to light up the fountain, which is a nice way to light it up naturally. I'm trying to picture who would live here. Who lives here? Someone who likes Sotha Seal. Yeah. I'll go back down again, but I just like to go up and around. And the red and the pink. With the red lighting behind almost, I think. Can't tell in the dark. Oh, wow, you kept... Look at that. Look at that angle. Doesn't that look gorgeous with all the blue and the purple and that curve? Really nice angle there. And then you got the fishy area with a swampy tree to go with, which makes sense. And then you got the Nordic banners. And we'll go back down and then inside. It is really nice, Lucid. You did a good job. Oh, you got your pathing going on too. Oh, pretty. You know, orcish houses are a pain in the ass because no matter what you do with them, there's a certain amount of coldness that they give off. But what you did, which is really good, is you used a lot of carpets and you used fire. I say this all the time to people, that fire, lights that have actual flames, makes a place look cozy. So if you just use like a lantern, only a lantern in here, it wouldn't look as cozy, but because you have flames all over the place, it gives it this really strong cozy appeal. And that's something that I say a lot, and you just did it naturally. You just knew and went with it. Felt like, yeah, I want to use flames. Well, that was really smart. Well, if you're living alone, who cares? You can cook whatever you want. You can make it stink. Crafting area. With your dragons. Lots of dragons. It is very pretty. And the turtle guy. Well, you're wise because this really worked. Oh, great. So you got a little nerd corner, which is where I would be. I'd be the one reading the 100-year-old books, 150-year-old books, being a nerd. Yeah, it's like totally me. In a cozy little spot with a kitty and a moppet. It's adorable. Really well done. The only thing I'd do, you have one slot left, put a candle or a light in here. It's hard to see Azura otherwise. But other than that, everything is perfection. You did a really lovely job. Your personality comes through. So congratulations on a good job. Definitely. Well, since we're here and since it's Halloweenish, I'll show you my Mornoth. Mine is a total different... You're welcome. Mine is a total different animal. It's going to be entered for DDA this month. Well, there you go. Just pop one of those suckers in there and it'll work fine. Those display cases should have interior lighting. Wouldn't that be amazing if it had interior lighting in those display cases? It would just make life so much better. Give me a moment here to load. So this is my entry. Everyone's seen it for what's coming up. I'm gonna have to change that book. While I'm at it, while I'm here, I might as well, right? All right, what book do I want to change it to? I want to say... There was one about necromancy, which I loved. It is a really funny house. ESO book necromancy, or books about necromancy. Oh. There was one that was Affair with Death, maybe? Nope. Trying to find the one that's gross. Uh, there was one that was gross to talk about love and loving the dead. Like, literally. It was gross. Hell with it. I'll just change it and see what we can find. I want one that's gross. Because that's funny to me. There was one that was so funny. Well, the hell with it. We'll just do Lusty Argonian Maid, right? Just for shits and giggles. Alright, so you've got the graveyard. And then the leaves are falling. And it's supposed to be fall. And it's supposed to be dead people everywhere. And you're supposed to be trying to figure out why everybody's dead. I've shown this house a gazillion times. Lots of EHT in it. I've gotten better at EHT since I did this house. I should probably mess with it a little bit and make it a little less crappy looking. Cancel. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to pick Peryite, but whatever. See, if you make it look a little darker, it looks a little bit more real than if you don't. Nope, I want the other. Now we'll make this one darker. So that looks a little more real. And then the door looks not real enough. So we can make the door go a little darker. Wait, no, that was the leaves, Karen. We won't want the leaves to be dull. Anyway, there's a story behind it, and it's Crafting Town. And then, you get up here and, oops. When you've investigated the whole place, you find out it's a Peryite cult that poisoned everybody. And here's the poison. So that's my entry for Halloween. But I have another Halloween house that I will show you. And then we'll be done. Well, I wanted it to have a story at least. And at the time, you couldn't write your own books. So it was all, I had to use stuff that was already in the game. To explain it. This is my enchanted. It's a wolf. You go in here, and you've got cursing and blood and grossness. As it should be, right? Spooky. Anyway, let me do something real quick. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. All right. I am going to raid you into Professor Ashley, who is a buddy. Oh wait, she's just chatting. We'll go UESP. They're actually doing Elder Scrolls, so I'm gonna start it now. Wait, shit. I gotta run the contest. Let me run the contest. Derpy. This is about as spooky as I get. Pick winner. Lou Kitten, you won! I'll send you your monies. And now we are going to raid off to UASP, who is currently doing ESO. So, say hello to them for me. And I will see you all tomorrow. Happy digging.